Christ. Oh, cheese and rice, cheese and rice. Look at that, guys. We're back. We're back once again, you sons of bitches. Oh, welcome to the Shlicketty DooCast. I'm your host, Aaron Forsyth, and the Shlicketty DooCast, the DooCast for shorters. And here's the partner. There's Mike Anderson.
There I am. Look at me in the box. Should be right about here. Editor, get it right this time.
Orb of Truth. Orb of Truth says he's in the box.
Analyze in the box.
Orb of Truth.
Here I be. Here we are. This is episode 11.
You've been counting.
If we go by, what we've been doing, this is, I believe, our 4th episode here in the studio.
Right, but 10 for release. There was the one that was our haymaker in the beginning. That was horrifying.
We had like 2 or 3 that really didn't come off well in the beginning at all. They were failures.
Yeah.
Technical in a lot of respects. 2 or 3 were technical.
Horrifying, I know.
Yeah.
Well, we're learning.
No, we were good. We were awesome. But it was just technical failures on my part, with some of the gear and stuff. Be that as it may.
We're live.
Yeah.
We're doing it. Every episode gets a little better. Now, some of the people that haven't tuned in, we haven't even gone to press with this, so don't be judging. You're going to be looking down there and you're going to see, I want you to like and subscribe. That'd be super cool. We don't have many. We're building whatever. It's going to happen. But when you look down and you see like 9 listens, don't stop. It'll change. We're working on it. We haven't hit the press with it. If you're an early listener and you're getting in on this episode now or you got in a past episode, it's fine.
I mean, it's only going up. It's not going to go down.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to put it. Plus of nothing is something? I don't know. But yeah, hey, look at that. Look, I'm doing the old blue again. I'm sugarizing out. I'm thinking of going gluten-free, though. I think I got to go back to either keto or I got to go gluten-free. I'm feeling like crap. Oh,
yeah?
Yeah, this counting calories thing's for the birds because I'll go 5 days counting calories, cutting corners, and then the 4th day, 5th day, I'm like ravenous. And then there I go. I'm like eating extra pizza, and then here, like today, I couldn't get my Starbucks because the Starbucks some bitches are closing. So here we are. I get this at the old Circle fucking hoinky doink, and this is all sugar. Tastes good though, and it'll wind me up.
But what are you looking for? Like the caffeine jolt?
Well, I like the good caffeine jolt of coffee. Now, coffee gives you an all-natural. Now, it does give you a little squirrely in the innards. I mean, it'll make you feel like you got to do some Kegels and pucker up the asshole. But other than that, I like that. And even when it's warm outside, sometimes warm coffee, you get the warm in your side, it regulates your temperature. I don't know. I like it. I like how it makes me feel. But sugarized Red Bull bullshit, now that works. That's like mainline and crack.
Oh, does it?
Oh, it works every time. But here's the problem. You get the sugar crash. It'll keep, I'll be fine now, but...
What do you get, like 2-3 hours?
If even. Probably like an hour and a half, 2.
Oh, really?
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of harsh.
But I'm prone to sugar. I did.
You are.
But at this age, it's like, I gotta stop with the sugar everywhere. The sugar's in everything. It's like...
Well, I mean, the way I look at it, not like I'm a paragon of anything, but I look at it like, you got to give yourself some temperance, right? It's like if you stick to the diet 5 days out of the week, indulge a little bit on the weekend. You know what I mean? Because still, 5 out of 7 days, you're eating good. And that's most of the time.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. I'm keeping the madness at bay. And
Right.
I see where I could really achieve things by doing 2 things. By not doing the cheat day and actually exercising.
Well, exercising definitely balances out, whatever you're eating and stuff. Because really, I mean, look, and I told you before, I'll go fucking work out with you. Let's go join a gym. I like lifting weights. I like just fucking pedaling on the bike. I'll pedal for like 7, 11 miles. I don't give a fuck. I sit there and watch the TV, plug in the headphones.
You do, that would be funny. Me and you at the gym. Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know. We might work.
And lifting weights and shit. I like lifting weights.
I think the gym is the inevitable outcome at this stage in the game. I've been trying to beat the system years ago. Since I went keto pre-pandemic, it worked. I lost a lot of weight, went through the pandemic, perfect. It was great. And now I'm back to the sugars. I'm feeling a little crappy again. And I'm like...
Yeah, because the sugars clog you up.
Yeah.
I definitely I feel it since I stopped doing the breads like, I don't know, like a month ago. And it's not like I stay away from them. Like I have pizza night or whatever, but I'm not buying the bread. I'm not eating sandwiches all the time. I'm not making toast at the fucking drop of a hat. You know, that sort of thing, breaking out of those sort of things. And so now when I do eat a little bread, I definitely sort of feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what my midnight snack has been? Oh, check this one. Now, I don't have a lot of fun stuff around the kitchen. I've been taking saltines and peanut butter.
Oh yeah, that's
classic.
amazing.
Yeah, I call them redneck hors d'oeuvres.
You know, I didn't even think about the saltines because there is so much high fructose corn syrup in the stupid saltines. You'd be surprised.
I didn't even look. I got the unsalted ones, believe it or not. I got unsalted saltines, which is just a vessel, and I smear just smear a little bit of peanut butter on it, and there you go. Redneck fucking hors d'oeuvres.
I've been indulging in picking up the Peter Pan honey flavored peanut butter.
That's sugary. But that sounds good. I've never had it.
It's tasty. It's fairly tasty.
Yeah.
Out in Arizona at the essentially the I've been here so long my brain's like Wegmans. No. It was fucking Fry's.
Fry's.
Which is essentially Kroger.
Kroger's, yeah.
Yeah, what they call Ralph's out in California. So when famous people say they were at Ralph's, it's Kroger's in California. I was there. I saw it. I can verify. I went. I shopped. I bought.
I do the Wegs.
Wegmans is great.
Yeah, their brand is great.
Yeah, the quality of the food is fucking top notch. Like really good. You know. But you know, I've been trying to stay away from a lot of like the chicken nuggets and that sort of shit. You know, with the extra deep frying. I did find some nice chicken nuggets at Wegmans. They were like antibiotic free and like all white meat. And they were like big hunky cubes. And
the crisp was good.
Hey, I don't know what's happening. Your phone just popped up a website.
Well, hold on. We'll pause for the cause. We'll see if we got a re-in or re-up. I don't know.
It's popping up like some Chinese website.
Well, Jesus Christ. Let's see. I'm coming over. Coming out of the... Is it still recording?
No, it stopped recording. There, now it's recording again.
All right, we're back on the visual. Now we'll keep everything rolling there. We'll just put something in the...
I'm trying to edit it in or something.
Yeah. That was weird. Yeah, because one of the cameras is my phone. Yeah, Chinese website. What is that?
You know what, honestly, when we come in here to record, you should put that in airplane mode.
You're right. Yeah, you think it was some kind of weird internet, like it yanked some kind of...
Dude, it popped up something with Chinese writing on it. It was some sort of ad that's popping up in like a browser or something like that, it looked like.
Holy crap, Amondo.
Yeah. So, that's why I pay for a VPN. Funnily enough, this week's sponsor... No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be nice to have a fucking sponsor?
How about a VPN sponsor would be even better?
That'd be dope.
Yeah, but a sponsor of any sort. Hey, if anyone's got any ideas and you want to flea flick us down the road something, we'll get you in early.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we may branch out into product reviews at some point here too.
Ooh, product reviews are good.
Yeah.
Now that's not, I'm not gonna bullshit. Like if somebody goes, hey, try my coffee or try my suppository, I'll try it. But I mean, if it isn't up to snuff, or I got to be honest. I'll be honest. I mean, I'll shave it a little for the sake of the sale, but I mean,
sake of the sale. You're not selling.
Well, no, but I mean, come on. If somebody goes, hey, Mike, here's $40. Mention my, I don't know. We'll say, we'll call it my Crocs. All right. El Amigo Crocs says, here's $40, Mike. You wear these Crocs for a week. Well, you come back on, and all of a sudden, your El Amigo Crocs are hurting your feet.
No,
what do you do?
I'm not wearing the fucking Crocs.
well, not for $40.
No.
You wouldn't product test them?
If they want me to pimp their store, tell people if they want Crocs, go and get them over there at the Alameda fucking Croc warehouse, fine.
Right.
I'm not fucking wearing them. That shit's not good for my feet.
No, Crocs are terrible. Maybe that was a bad example, but that was all I could think of.
You got to remember, I was walking around in Arizona in like sandals for like 17 years.
Yeah,
not exactly great for the feet.
Yeah, I guess Crocs are the sandals, northern sandals.
And I was going to the grocery store like a week before Halloween, the year before I moved back out here, and fucking walking through the Rocky area, from where I parked, and then there's concrete, and there was one of those big chunky rocks that had kicked out onto the fucking concrete. And I came down full force, all my weight on my left foot, right in front of the heel on the fucking rock. Yeah, I don't know if I broke it or what, because I didn't go to the doctor or anything. But my foot hurt for like year and a half.
Oh yeah, that's how you caused. I remember you bitching about your foot hurting. Yeah.
Yeah, it hurt a lot.
That's how you did it.
And
Just
then,
a
of course,
random rock.
Yeah, and of course I had these fucking because I was wearing stupid sandals. Little fucking flip floppy. That much. Like there's no protection or anything.
No, the girlfriend wears, but they're expensive. Wears those fucking Birkenstocks, which I think are dumb, but they do at least have some meat on the bone. So.
Yeah, they do. They do have a chunk of cushioning, which is good. And then also, here's the thing that I found, because I was wearing these sandals that had just like rubber on the bottom. I was like, if they make them out of like recycled car tires, they'll last forever. And they did, but that rubber was rubbing my heel. And my heel was getting so dry, it had a huge crack in it.
Wow.
And it was so dry, it was fucking painful. And so I started only getting sandals that had a natural footbed, like leather or suede, something like that.
Right. I almost think the leather and suede is the word leather. It's the way to go. The Birkenstocks are the leather too.
Yeah, and also I got a pair of those Bert Kreischer flip flops from Free Waters.
Oh, they're his. Is his
Yeah,
name?
those are the ones I wear all the time.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know they were Bert ones.
It's got a picture of Bert Kreischer in it. Inside the strap, it's
Really?
it's like beers, microphones, and weed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, show me next time I'm over. Yeah, I didn't know you had those.
Yeah, because Bert was like, I love these sandals, and the company that makes them stopped making this model. But at the time he was doing huge, so he reached out to him, and they're like, all right, we'll redo that sandal as a Bert Kreischer thing. And he's like, done. He's like, put my face on it. And so where you put your foot, it's stamped in with like Bert. He's got sunglasses and like a boonie hat. He's like, ooh,
Oh, how hilarious.
It is.
Man.
So I'm like, if Kreischer's yapping about, these are his favorite fucking sandals, I'm like, I need a good pair of sandals. And I went and looked them up, and they had like natural like footbed and shit like that. So it was
And
like
he would know. He's a
Right.
bigger guy too. You know.
He said all he wears is sandals and fucking like engineer boots, like big black engineer boots.
Okay.
So so the footbed was like a suede sort of material, but
Sure.
over like the 2 or 3 years that I've been wearing them, it's where my foot is all the time. It's gotten smoothed out and pressed into like leather now.
Oh.
But they're pretty good as far as sandals go. And they were like $65, $70, something like that. Not terribly.
Yeah. But I guess for a one-time investment, yeah.
I mean, they're still in great shape. Well, I noticed a little bit of separating on the front, but they're like they're like a size up from what I normally wear.
All right.
So I kind of like that for sandals because that way I have like a little bit of a bumper all around my toes and shit.
Yeah, you don't want to be peeking over the edge.
No, because then if you
Don't
crash into something,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right. Yeah. If you stub your toe in a door, yeah, you want a
table,
little bit of a.
yeah, and that saved me a lot of times too.
I don't like open-toed anything though. I mean, I get that sometimes. All right, we're on vacation or you're on the beach or I'm taking the garbage out.
Well, that's where it started was Brazil. Because you know me, I was always a fucking Nike high top guy. Not Nikes. I hate Nikes. They're garbage. There's two levels of Nikes. There's $100 and $200 Nikes, and then there's garbage Nikes.
Yeah.
I only ever got garbage Nikes, and they're garbage. But like the old, I get the Reebok, the BB4300s, or the BB3000s or whatever, just fucking basketball high top sneakers.
Reebok.
They're great, solid, You get them for like $35, $40.
Yeah, that's about right, price-wise. I mean, it's fine. I mean, sure, they're at our age, they look like dad sneakers. But I have a pair too. They're fine, but they are comfortable. I feel like I'm wearing like my dad's sneakers, but they are comfortable.
I got
to admit they're comfy.
So I found
I
them
don't
on
complain.
Amazon. Like the only things that I found in my size were like they're bright white. Everything's white on them. So it's like oftentimes like most of my clothing is black. Like you're wearing all black right now, except your shoes. Your shoes are white.
Yeah,
Mine are like that too, but
They have the old
just like,
Pumas.
they're just like glaring white. Yeah.
Hey, here's a discovery with the Pumas, which I like these vintage Pumas, but I was like, I don't know about this whole tan thing. Tell you what, the tan is actually superior. It keeps your shit, because that's the part that gets dirty. And your shoes, these shoes looked cleaner a lot longer than a pair of white ones would if that edge was white.
Yeah.
So as I'm looking down, I was like, all right, not too shabby.
Yeah. My Reeboks are still gleaming. Well, there's a few drops of fish blood on them.
I know Puma's not that great. I get it. You can make fun of me. Everyone, sneakerheads will go, Puma, it's FUBU. Yeah. But
do you know any of those people?
No, and I don't care.
No, I don't either.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah.
Because wait, you probably wouldn't know. I mean, to me, Pumas are like soccer shoes, right?
Sure, they're just a brand, whatever. But I've tried every kind of sneaker, and I find every person's foot's kind of different. Like I've tried Vans before. Every pair of Vans hurt the fuck out of my feet.
I have never tried Vans or Converse for that matter, because they both seem to be that sort of skateboardy thing, which is that flat, like 1.5 inch of like rubber material or something. That doesn't work for me.
Yeah, the Vans never did for me. I tried, now Converse I've had, but Converse have no squish in them. They kind of feel like you're going to get shin splints after a while.
You know, okay, so here's what I found. 2 things that I've been doing with my feet for the last, like, I don't know, probably since, for probably almost 10 years now, is the way my feet are. I started getting extra wide shoes.
Oh, even though you don't have extra wide, you don't have wide.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do have wide feet.
Yeah.
But you're getting the extra wide. All right. I never tried extra wide. I just got standard, whatever the guy hands you.
It is like little Cadillacs for my feet. I can wiggle my toes. There's like a little bit of room in there. Love it.
You don't get any rubby. If you say you're walking around the theme park all day, you're not getting a little bit of ankle rub?
No, you just dial in the size, which I recently dialed in the size. You know, because for a long time I was getting them sort of bigger. You know what I mean? And I think it may have been several years ago where I was like really overweight and sort of swollen. Like your kind of feet get swollen and shit too.
They can, yeah.
Because like I used to try and buy sandals, like I couldn't fit my foot under the fucking arch.
Holy sugar foot! What do you got? Glazed hams under those, or what are you doing?
This is like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
This is when we were living in that Awatuki apartment.
Oh yeah, you're stressy. You hated it.
Oh, dude, it was awful. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And you're saying you were gaining weight. I remember talking to you on the phone. I didn't see you then because you're across the United States, but we talked on the phone a lot. And yeah, in those days you were stressing out. The walls were closing in on you.
100%.
Yeah, you're kind of anxiety ridden in the year and a half.
Oh, there's no kind of about it.
Yeah.
It was hardcore.
Yeah.
It was.
Probably why you were calling me a lot. You're like, dude, what am I doing? Yeah.
I was. I couldn't be alone. I would call and talk to somebody as soon as I'd walk out of work. Like I'd call my sister-in-law Jen. She'd talk to me the whole drive home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Oh, it was a whole thing. Yeah, we can go into it someday, but not today.
Yeah.
So okay, so we're talking about sneakers. Let me go up on a topic of that real quick.
Okay. What else you got?
Fucking sock color. When we were growing up, it was white socks. At some point, it changed to black socks. They all look terrible to me, to my eye.
Oh well.
I look at my feet. No, whichever one I'm wearing seems like the wrong one.
You're right. It can,
all the time.
I feel weird wearing all whites. Like I go black. I go black, even if I got white sneakers.
Well, that's what I did. Well, so actually, before I moved out here from Arizona, I went and bought myself like a bunch of clothes on Amazon or something like that. So I didn't know where the money was going to be coming from, whatever. So I figured I'd get a little supplies. So I got myself like some t-shirts, some fucking shorts, some fucking underwear, some socks. So I don't know why, but I finally gave into it and went with the little anklet socks, like the little fucking ankle high socks. Not the ones that go under your ankle bone, like the tennis ones, not those.
You're talking with a notch up, so they'd almost be like the height of a high top sneaker.
Just about, because the high top sneaker pretty much covers them.
Right. Okay. All right. So yeah. So you're right above the ankle bone.
Right above the ankle. Right above the ankle bone.
I don't know if they call them anklets or not, or.
That's the whole ankle structure. I think there's like a whole bunch of bones in there.
Well, the socks. Do they call them anklets?
Oh, something like that. Yeah. I think so.
Ankleizers.
Yeah, the ankleizers.
Right.
Something like that. Anyway, so but I got those, like 12 of a pair. I got them in black and I got them in white.
Okay.
So I've been wearing the blacks, and when I look down and I see the black socks on my feet, I just remember seeing my dad with the black socks, the dress socks.
Sure. Yeah. Back in the day, those are old like gold toes.
Yeah.
They're dress socks, the gold toes.
Yeah, I had a pair of those. but we were all wearing fucking the white like fucking gym socks coming out of the 70s.
Standard white Hanes or McGregor's.
We were kids in the 70s. They were fucking tube socks halfway up your thighs.
They might even have a stripe at the top.
Yeah, the stripes. Yeah, like the 3 red stripes or whatever. Like,
I ditched those.
I didn't even get that shit when I was a kid. It was so prevalent coming out of like skateboarding and roller boogie culture. With the big socks.
Yeah, because that was kind of late 70s going into 80s. But then when 80s hit, anything goes kind of thing.
Well, I can wrap it up real quick. So what I found with the ankle socks is, now that I'm here in fucking Erie, where it's fucking cold,
Right.
man, my fucking ankles get cold.
They do.
Before we had the tube socks, and they were all pushed down around the ankles. To wit, my girlfriend, when she got here, she's like, my ankles are fucking freezing. I'm getting old school 1984 flash dance leg warmers. She loves her leg warmers. She wears them
I could see where
all
those
the
would be a
time.
thing, yeah. I could almost say, because I know girls they love the old Lululemon yoga pants. So
Although, I did get a pretty dope pair of sweatpants. Look, I'm getting a call.
Who be that?
Scam likely.
Oh, scam alert.
Scam likely.
You should answer it. Hello, scam likely.
Listen to it vibrate the fucking...
Hey, answer it. Why don't you answer it live on the air? Put it on speakerphone.
Hello? Who's calling? Oh. I'm sorry. It's not really a good time right now. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. That wasn't fun at all.
No. I thought you were going to speakerphone him.
Well, it turns out it was somebody that was actually calling for me. It was just
Survey?
no, I think they were just looking for money. It was some environmental protect the environment project or something.
Oh, yeah, like a lobbyist group.
It was like a 619 number. I don't even know where 619 is.
Oh, I know.
But most of the time when I get calls like that, they're coming out of Arizona. Basically, at this point,
Arizona's a telemarketer capital of the world, I swear, because I've gotten calls that I think might be business, and it's always telemarketers from Arizona. And they get me every time.
well, there's a lot of phone stuff in Arizona. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, that wasn't fun at all. That was just some lady. She's just talking about some environmental, protection project.
Sounds good on paper. Okay.
You know what? Because here's what it is. God, I know what it is. For work, I'm a videographer for Fish USA. So we were out on a fishing trip last week or the week before. And the dude I work with is like, I'm going to sign you up for a fishing license, a New York State fishing license.
All right.
Oh, 619, that's upstate New York. So he got on his phone. He gets in, you know what I mean? He buys, because basically, there's a catch limit. And so there are 4 of us on the boat. So if all 4 of us have licenses, we can get the maximum amount of fish. And we did. We got a shit ton of salmon. Dude, we were pulling in salmon. Do you like salmons?
I mean, sure, whatever. I don't know.
Dude,
I guess.
These were big fish, man. Like, we're pulling them in, and they hit the deck, they're like thud.
Wow.
Like, they're like this long, like this big around.
Wow.
Yeah, we fucking cut them all up and shit. I filmed it all.
You filmed them skinning and cutting up fish?
Oh, yeah, dude was just like...
Oh, those professional fishermen know what they're doing.
Threw the guts
They can
overboard.
debone that.
Oh,
Yeah, they're like samurais.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it together into a video.
Are you going to do a speed montage?
I don't know. I'm going to see what I got. I was filming with the camcorder over on the right side, but I had a GoPro 360 mounted up here.
Okay.
So we're going to see what the 360 got, and then hopefully... I got some footage over here, and so hopefully I can cobble together, because he gutted like, I don't know how many we had, like whatever the limit is. I think it was like 3 per person, so like 12. So he cut up like 12 giant salmons. Like, we were filling these Ziploc bags with fucking salmon fillets. I brought home a bag for my girlfriend. She's like, oh, I'm salmoned out. So much salmon. They got it in the freezer at work.
Wow.
So much salmon.
It's cool though. I mean, you pay
giant.
pretty penny in Wegmans. You go to Wegmans for a blunk of salmon is going to be like 20-something bucks.
Well, that's the thing. And so apparently, the dude I work with was saying that the stuff that you get from Wegmans is like ocean caught.
Yeah.
So because it's salt water, it's sort of semi-seasoned. So the stuff that you get out of the freshwater lake can taste very bland in comparison.
I can see that. You're right.
And I told my girlfriend that, and she didn't believe me, and she cooked it, and then she's like, "Hey, it's kind of bland." I'm like, I know. So I'm like, you got season heavy,
Tastes like creek water.
Yeah, no, straight out. We're up in Lake Ontario. We went out of Rochester.
Oh, really? You went
Yeah.
far, so you're beyond Lake Erie.
That was when I had that 2 a.m. call time.
Oh yeah, when
I
you
got
left.
picked up at 2 a.m. We drove up there 2.5 hours. So about 4:30 we were rolling in up there, and man, where they were, it was like this whole little like marina and stuff, and we found the dude with the boat. And then there was like a little place there that's open from 5 a.m. to noon, slinging like coffee and like breakfast sandwiches. It's like a breakfast sandwich. It was like $7, but it was a dope breakfast sandwich. Like the bacon was cooked nice. It was almost like putting up a fight. Like it was well done.
What if you got to poop and you're on the boat? What do you guys do?
So basically what I do is I stop eating the day before. And I basically
Well,
fast.
you're thinking about it, but what do these chumleys do? I mean, what if you got a Duke one and you're having coffee and you're like, holy crap, I got a Duke.
I think they have better eating habits than I do, so I don't think it's a problem for them.
Well,
I can't risk it because sometimes things go bad with my stomach, so I can't risk it at all. So I just stop eating about 4 or 5 p.m. the night before. I don't eat anything the rest of the night. I don't eat anything that morning. That one time, I did have a little bit of a breakfast sandwich, and it was good. It was the right choice because it was quality ingredients made from some mom and pop place.
Yeah, it's not like McDonald's. You're gonna
Yeah, because I mean, Egg McMuffins are pretty okay, but it's a crapshoot. You know, I've eaten them and had bad results then. You know.
Yeah, but what did they do? Did they poop over the edge of the boat, or
Hasn't come up.
Hasn't come up, huh?
Nope. Hasn't come up. And so I don't want to be that guy.
No, you don't want to be the first in line, but I'd
No.
be curious what they do. I'd like to ask somebody.
Yeah, and believe me, I've been out there on long shoot days where it's like my stomach hasn't eaten and it's like eating itself, and it gets tough towards the end of the day.
Yeah, you get a little dizzy.
When you get to like 7, 8 hours.
Oh, and the sun's baking you.
Or it's freezing cold. Either way.
Oh, yeah.
You know. So, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know why we're talking about that.
I don't know. What else you got?
But anyway, the whole salmon fishing thing. So I got signed up for a New York State fishing license because we're up on Lake Ontario.
Okay.
And so I think that's why I got that phone call.
Wow.
It's environmental protection people looking for some sort of donation to support the cause or something.
That's who it was.
There it is.
I got
Long story
one for you.
for nothing. All
I
right.
got one for. Okay. Now, last week or 2 weeks ago, did I tell you about my car? You remember how I need my car? Shit. Well, it didn't shit that bad, but I've always had squeaky brakes. Every light in the front's on. Blah, blah, blah. So I finally take it to the fucking Shlicketty Doo. $1,600 later. $1,600. I need.
But
well, it's fixed. All the lights are out. I mean,
okay. So you are having brake issues. So and I was having brake issues when I got here in Erie too.
and they're grinding.
Because you can feel it. You just know. And
Oh,
you're like,
you know
that's
when
not
it's beyond squeak. When it goes, when you're slowing down, it's.
good. Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm like, oh fuck, that's not good. And then it kind of goes away, and you're like, oh, maybe it was a thing. Nah.
Yeah, maybe I could last a day, and then
It makes me fucking insane. Out in Arizona, my drummer was a fucking mechanic. So I was like, Rick, what's going on with this? So Rick would be like, no, look, see here, see, you're good. See that? See, there's no scoring, you're good. I'm like, okay, cool. And I know. Out here, you just gotta trust the guy. So.
Oh, I've been getting fucked on cars my whole life. But well, this one wasn't bad. $1,600. All right. So you figure 4 brakes, back rotors, calipers, and an upper left. Well, they call it control arm now, but it's a ball joint.
The ball joint, yeah.
All that.
Because it's okay. So you don't know much about cars. That is a lot of serious stuff. So
Yeah.
in the rear, so you must have disc brakes all around because you don't have drums in the back.
all wheel.
So you got calipers and rotors, which means your calipers were jacked and your rotors were completely dug up to where they couldn't just be turned and smoothed out.
All right.
So that complete redo of the brake system in the back.
Right.
What happened on the brakes in the front?
Just
New pads.
Yeah, just new pads there.
Okay, so the back back brakes shit the bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
And what was the other thing?
and then
The ball joint.
ball joint, upper
So-
left ball joint, but up on that upper left ball joint when it needed it, I also needed the sensor, which was turning my anti-lock brakes on and off.
Oh.
Which I knew that was going on. That was going on long before my brakes went bad.
Yeah.
But I just hadn't changed it because whatever. I was waiting until my next tire job to do that. But I did it. He threw that in. So all that work, $1,600. Not bad.
It's really not that bad.
And they had it done in 24 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
Well, sounds good on paper, doesn't it? This is the day before. Yeah. Well, all the lights are out. And 5 o'clock, I pick up my car. All right, I'm out of here, suckers. Middle finger up in the air. Feet don't fail me now. I'm out of here. driving down the road, and I look and my tire pressure light's on. I'm like, all right, I'll let it go. Tire pressure light. Keep going. We get to the next day. It's the 4th of July. And then I'm hearing, so it's the speed of the front tire going around. So the faster I go, the more the I'm hearing the vibraty kind of, and then when I slow down,
which you would think would be like maybe you lost a wheel weight, and now the wheel's unbalanced. And
yeah,
every time
or
it goes
I was
around,
thinking
it's a little
maybe there's
wobbly.
something weird in the tire. That's why my tire pressure gauge is on. Blah blah blah. So, well, we go through 4th of July weekend. I got no car. I drop it off at the old Shlicketty Doo. The guy's
Wait. Did you have big 4th of July weekend plans?
No, but hypothetically, if I did, I mean,
you
I
don't
had a
want to feel
couple
trapped.
gigs,
but at least your girlfriend has a car.
Yeah. She has a nicer car. So I drop it off. I'm like, all right, son of the guns, take it. Screw you. Car's gone. Okay.
Got to take the day off work, all that.
Well, yeah. And then here we go. Now we're to Monday, the following Monday, and I go to pick up my car, and they're like, all right, here's what it is. So apparently, in the front caliper, they didn't notice that something poked through, it rusted out, and he's like, well, what we're going to do, he showed me this cylinder and a thing, and had a rust hole through it, and he goes, yeah, the little pin poked through, and that's what you're hearing vibrating. Long story short, we should have noticed it. We're not going to charge you for it. We should have noticed that when we did the whatever, Normally they would have charged me, but they should have noticed it, and they didn't. Sorry, sir. We'll fix it. We'll plug up that rusty hole. Send you on your way. Well, I get my car mid-lunch time. I walk on over there because it's near my house. I'm walking in the heat, fucking 10,000 Satan's asshole. It's hot out. I'm walking in the heat, sweating. Which, by the way, side note, I had an argument with my girlfriend on which side of the road to walk. Do you walk towards traffic or away from traffic?
That was the whole thing about bike riding back when we were kids.
Right.
Because they told us opposing things every other year.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm walking with traffic, but I don't know. All right, so I got it wrong. I don't know. So there, I get my car.
Personally, because I used to ride a bike in Phoenix and shit. When I drove out there, my truck got fucked up in New Mexico. It blew a head gasket. So the whole first year I was there, my vehicle was out of commission. I was basically driving. My first job there was fixing video games, and they gave me a company car.
Were you riding your bike?
After I quit the video game job, when I started working at Titan Motorcycles, that was 2.5 miles from my house. That's when I started riding a bicycle.
Were you riding with traffic or against traffic?
Well, it didn't really matter there because it was sort of so big. Because it was like, even just the surface streets, because I was at like 19th Avenue Thunderbird, and I was going down 19th Avenue 2 miles to Peoria, and then turning right for about a half mile.
Right.
And that was work. And so going down that, it's like 3 lanes on either side and
Jesus.
a turning lane. And that's just the surface streets. Because there's the main streets that are the main streets every mile. And then inside that mile is where the houses are, and those are little residential streets.
Yeah.
So all these main streets, and we're talking 19th Ave is a major one, Thunderbird's a main one, and then Cactus was actually a T intersection, so it actually wasn't too bad there. But the whole point was, at some point, I had to cross 19th Avenue.
Yeah.
I had to go, off this way to Peoria, up on Peoria. So, but for the most part, it was like the biggest stretch down around Cactus was like there were the streets, and then there was like a median, and then like the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was riding in the bike lane. It was sort of like a sidewalky sort of thing. But even still, people don't look out for you, and especially in the morning when you're sleepy and it's kind of dark.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was early. And Erie's notorious. We don't know. Nobody around here knows what side of the road on their bikes. People are getting hit all the time. The pedestrian to vehicle hit ratio is pretty high in Erie.
I always like personally going against traffic because that way I can see the cars.
Right. If you had to jump out of the way, you could.
Right. If I got to bail onto somebody's lawn, I'll tuck and roll.
Right.
But if I'm riding with traffic, because the thing is, people's hands will follow their eyes. They teach you this when you're in baseball and you're trying to throw to first base.
Yeah.
Like, you got to look at that first baseman's mitt, and your body will throw it to that point. Same thing. If people are driving the car and they see the guy on the bike, they start drifting towards the guy on the bike. If I can't see him, I get run over.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And if
And
I
in
get
Phoenix-
hit, if they come up behind me and hit me, I'm going to be out, and I'm not going to be able to,
And it was risky enough just with people coming out on the cross streets and shit.
Yeah, and I was having cars going by. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, now here in Erie, when I rode a bike, it wasn't that bad because here in Erie, it's not like it was in Phoenix.
Yeah, it's not 4 lanes.
It's sort of, well, no, but yeah. But also, like, we don't have because Phoenix is all set up on a grid, a square mile grid. So if you look at it, you can see where everything's at.
Sure.
And so when you're driving up the highway, all the exits are exactly 1 mile apart, sort of thing. Here in Erie, it's not that way. This is like old, back east. The place grew up around the lake and the rivers and stuff. So, but we're fairly, regimented downtown. But there's always a back way in Erie that's just as fast as the Main Street way.
Yeah.
And that's where we always used to drive home from band practice and that sort of shit.
Yeah, just to avoid the busier areas. I've been known to take the longer way to avoid stress.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean,
I'm fine with that.
All the times going home from the rehearsal studio,
Yeah.
I would just go all the way up Parade to where it's split, stay on, go up past St. Mark's Church, turns into the old French Road, you get up to the 97 split, loop it around 97, go across Young Road, Carriage Hill Apartments.
Shlicketty Doo.
Yep, Shlicketty Doo. Fucking home, avoiding, Peach Street, 12th
Yeah.
Street, 26th.
So I'm walking. I know. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm avoiding humans, trying to, 7 in the morning, but Erie's also notorious. Here's another thing Erie's notorious. You'll have 3 blocks of, wow, they just did the sidewalks. These are pretty nice. Ooh, the curbs are pretty nice.
I don't know if this thing got moved or it's just drifting.
All right, well, whatever. And pretty nice. And then you'll have 1 block where there is no sidewalk.
Oh,
and then so that's what forces you into the street. And then you go around that, you dodge a car, whoa, asshole.
Yeah, my parents' neighborhood up there by J.S. Wilson and shit, we didn't have sidewalks.
Yeah, and then the next block will have sidewalks. So you have this gray area of, what am I doing here? What do we, I shudder to think if you were in a wheelchair. But whatever.
But then again, man, over, like, you remember where I was at my parents' house, like when we met and we're hanging out and all that sort of shit. It was all hills up there, man.
Yeah, and that was suburbia. So
I mean that is like not wheelchair accessible at all.
No, oh man, you'd be.
It was so hilly. Dude, my
The
brother
poor kid on a wheelchair would be, he'd be getting a free ride.
My brother was riding a bike down Mill Street one time going to school and fucking passed out and hit a mailbox, man. He fucked his arm up pretty good.
Oh yeah, mailboxes were out by the road too.
Yeah, the metal ones and shit.
So I get the car. I drop off, or I go to pick up my car. The guy's like, sorry, sir, we plugged the rusty hole. We got the blah, blah, blah.
Plug the rusty hole?
Well,
replace the part. What the fuck?
It was just like he says, we put a little, I don't want to say Bondo, but he said, we put something in there, so it was just a perfect hole, about the size of a dime. And we just filled in that hole, it'll be fine. And I go, what about the tire pressure light? And he goes, oh yeah, that's a sensor. This is where it gets funny. He goes, oh yeah, well, we didn't repair that. I mean, do you want the sensor? I mean, we can keep it here. We'll do the sensor tomorrow if you want to keep it here. I'm like, no, I got to go. He goes, yeah, it's going to be about $300 for that sensor. At this point in your car, and he says this really casually, he goes, at this point in the car, I don't know, put a sticker over it. Check on the tire pressure yourself, you're fine. I got a sticker. You want a sticker over it? He casually asked me, do I want a sticker to cover up the warning light? I was like...
To cover the warning light or to cover the sensor?
No, the warning light on my dashboard. I should have said yes to the sticker because I'm curious what the sticker is. I mean, are we talking a football helmet or are we talking a smiley face?
Question. What kind of sticker?
Yeah, what are we talking here? Decepticon or what?
Like, yeah, don't give me My Little Pony.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like a peace sign or is it like a Optimus Prime head? Who knows?
Or is it just like a black, just a black like oval like patch?
That's what I was thinking. It was like going to be a black oval is what I was imagining.
It's probably like a tire patch.
Right? That you just put a sticker right on your
Or you know what?
sensor.
You know what? Actually, most likely it'll just be a little square of duct tape.
That would even be funnier.
I'm sure they had the lowliest guy in the garage sit there one morning and just spend 2 hours cutting squares of duct tape.
Yeah.
Or what are these for? You'll see.
Or I was picturing like those little black circles that you put on the feet. Like say you're putting together like a bookshelf and those little rubber round circles.
The little felty feet.
Right, I was picturing a felty feet circles. All right, I think I could deal with a felty foot circle.
Oh, the felty feet circles. I paid a lot of money to be able to make felty feet circles.
Yeah. So I was thinking to myself, all right, well, I was like, thank you, sir. Taking my car. We're out of here. Feet don't fail me now. And then I'm driving down the road. I'm like, everything's running good. No vuv-vuv's gone. Everything's cool. I'm happy. My car is good, except for the lights on. And I'm thinking to myself,
well, okay. Let me interrupt you there.
Tire pressure
when I got
light.
when I got here, I had Arizona tires.
Oh, which are probably bald AF.
Not bald. I mean, they were good tires.
Yeah, but Erie bald is...
Yeah, they're Erie bald for what you need in the snow.
Oh,
like,
you'd be...
Like,
yeah.
I drove them a couple times in the snow. I was like calling people I work with at Value. I was like, hey, can you pick me up? I really don't want to drive. When I would get on 12th Street and I go to get on 79, that curve there, I drive it. If you've never driven in the ice, man, it's like fucking driving a hovercraft.
Yeah.
There's no friction to help you actually turn. Wherever your momentum is, that's the direction you're going, regardless of what the fuck's
you're just
under you.
You just need the weight of your car is the only thing that's going to stop it.
Yeah, and so I would be going to get on that highway, and it would just feel like I'm going to shoot right off.
Yeah.
Into the, just down that ramp. And I was like, holy shit. It was like, ah. So I went, spent the money, got snow tires and shit like that, right? No, not snow tires.
All seasons.
All seasons. Because we did the snow tires with my dad, and every fucking 6 months, you got to go get the tires jacked up and changed and all that sort of shit. You got to do it yourself. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't take it. Everybody I talk to here is like, I just get all seasons. I don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's what we do. We
like,
do all seasonals every 3 years.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, one of the kids at Value that I worked with, he was like a 20-year-old kid, but he was way into cars. And he's like, just get all seasons. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah,
sounds smart.
Every 3 years. Maybe you'll get lucky if you got a slacky inspection on the
Well,
fourth.
it depends on how much you spend on the tires, whether they're 90,000 mile tires, 120,000, 240,000 mile tires, whatever the fuck.
Air pressure light. Did you ever have your air pressure light go on?
Here's the point. So I got all 4 fucking all-season tires, go to pick it up, air pressure lights on. Now out in Phoenix, I used to go to Discount Tire. Discount Tire for free would air up your tires. They'll rotate your tires for fucking free if you bought your shit there. I go there, they get the shit squared up, no fucking air pressure sensor light. It would be like if the thing came on, it was low. And I go and I check and I'd be like, oh, that's 15 pounds low. Out here, I get all 4 fucking brand new tires, sensor light's still on. I say to the dude, the fucking sensor light's still on. He's like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, can you reset it? And he's like, no, it's all good to go. And I'm like, then I think one of the sensors is bad. So he brings out with this device and he scans in the tire for the sensor thing. And he's like, nope, they're all good. He's like, it's all good. Just drive it around. Like after like 20 miles, it'll sort of like reset itself or whatever. They always tell me around here, shit's gonna reset itself. It fucking doesn't.
No, I know. That's the old myth. The old get it on the highway, open it past 40 miles an hour.
Drive it over 40 miles an hour for more than 20 minutes or something. And I'm like, I drive like 7 miles that way to work. Like it's just surface streets. It's like,
yeah, that's a myth. That's an urban myth. I know. I fell for that urban myth. That's like putting summer air in your winter tires.
Is, my drummer, my buddy back in Phoenix, is a fucking mechanic.
Yeah.
And if he gets to it, I'll fucking buy him a goddamn plane ticket to come out here. Hopkins' dad has a full fucking garage out there at Dick Street.
Yeah.
I'll fucking take Rick out there. I'll get everybody I know. Come bring your car bullshit out there. Rick will make a pocket full of cash. Just fixing people's cars right.
Fuck yeah. I know.
Dude, I went over to visit Rick at work one time. He had his daughter's truck in there, fucking Isuzu Trooper. It was like I stopped over before I got to work. He was starting at like 6. It was like 7:30. I stopped in. He already pulled the engine. Engine's sitting on the ground.
That seems like brain surgery. That's like pulling a heart out of a patient.
Not for Rick, man.
Yeah. Car dudes are crazy, you know. Yeah, I know. I feel weird. Like you ever see you ever look through the window there and you're sitting in the waiting room and you look through the window and you go, "Where's my car?" Oh, there's my car, and it's up on the lift and the wheels are off and they're underneath and you're like, oh. You know, it's a scary thought. Like I get a weird feeling like, oh my God.
It depends on how long it took to get there. One time, I made an appointment at Discount Tires to get my tires done. Like I'm like, I need to get my tires done or whatever. And because, you know, sometimes it gets super busy out there, you know, in Phoenix. There's fucking like millions of people that live out there.
Sure.
You know, and there's quite a few discount tires, but still, we're in a fairly populous area in the fucking middle of Mesa. And so I call them, they're like, I'll make an appointment, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Saturday, blah, blah. Let's say 11 a.m., right? Or let's say 10 a.m. I show up at 10 a.m., sitting there fucking waiting, just getting my tires fucking, getting like, I don't know, a couple new tires or whatever the fuck, rotate them. I'm sitting there 5 fucking hours.
Ooh, yeah, that's a long
My
way.
truck never comes in and gets on the lift.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Yeah. So I go up to the fucking counter and I'm like, what the hell is happening? I've been here 5 hours. You haven't even brought my truck in. Like, just like a, like,
Yeah, they always like to say, well, you're next in line.
And I'm like, I had an appointment. I'm like, what is the point of the appointment?
Yeah.
If you're not going to get my shit in and out in a timely fucking manner.
Yeah, you'd have a more accurate appointment from the cable guy.
Oh, yeah, the 6-hour window.
Between Tuesday and Friday, right?
Maybe between the 13th and the 17th. Maybe? Should be. I don't know. We'll see.
Check the weather.
I know. The cable people. Yeah, you got nothing to do. What else do you got to do?
Put a sticker on it. What time is it? How are we doing on time?
We should wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Real quick before we do. Let's go over things.
Show and tell?
Show and tell.
What do you got?
I brought a show and tell.
Oh, good, because I didn't.
Okay.
All right.
Here it's going to go. All right. This is going to be a challenge for you. You tell me what this is. Ready? Here, catch.
All right. First inspection, it looks like 2 belts. Kind of Velcro-y. No Velcro. Well, let's see. Let's look for Velcro. Okay, Velcro. They could be Velcro suspenders. Oh, I know. Okay. I can't stand up to it. All right. Is it one of those things where when you want to lift something, you know how they have the guy who goes like that and then he unzips it and he like lifts like a refrigerator, like those locking straps? Is that what this is?
You know,
these toe straps? What are these?
I thought that myself too, at first.
All right, but what am I looking at? Wait, does that remove? Oh, these are suspenders. No, Velcro suspenders.
But it's got that like loop in the middle there.
Yeah, for adjustment. But what is for? But it doesn't adjust. You'd think
Yeah, it
this
doesn't
would
adjust. No.
It's just a thing. So
And it's not elastic. It's just nylon webbing.
right. So okay. So let's inspect here. This is holding the loop. This is for something extra. So maybe something round goes through there, like a tube, heating a cooling tube, where maybe wiring could. I don't know. What do we got here? What is this?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I wanted to see what you can make of it. I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Well. I'm just thinking of possible uses. Like I said, I could see that going around a heating duct. Okay, but maybe.
So for this part, because where you're holding it, I'm gonna have to take my video out when I edit it, just to see it. But that is the only way to really see it is to hold it in front of the light.
Right.
So, but it's black nylon webbing, like 2-inch or so.
Yeah, like a guitar strap would
Yeah,
be.
yeah, it's like a guitar strap or like a work belt or something like that. It's got Velcro, on to sort of belt it together. But then opposite to that, there's like this loop.
Yeah, this section. That's the questionable part.
I have no idea what it is.
All right, so let's assume that this is like, all right, this is handy dandy worker Joe's belt. What would you put in this?
I mean, it's just a strap, It's
Yeah,
got
maybe
no
it's just like
structure
a
to it.
section. Maybe he could just hang, put his like little lunch pail or his little wrench set.
Like a coin changer for like a cigarette girl in the 1930s? Like, what are we talking
Ooh, I
about?
like where you're going with that.
Like
Yeah,
a change
like
belt?
a change belt. Yeah, and maybe the thingy goes. Maybe the sack part goes in there.
Yeah, the little change thing that they put the coins in, like ching ching ching.
Yeah, and like she's at the baseball game and she's got a tray full of hot dogs and beers, and she has to
peanuts
throw
or
the money
whatever.
in something.
Cracker Jacks, all the stuff they talk about in that song that we've heard about.
Right. All right.
Could be.
But you could find a use for it because good Velcro is hard to find. This is strong-ass good Velcro. Good Velcro is hard to find. Sounds like a country song.
Right, it almost seems like it could be like a belt to help you hold a flag when you're in a marching band. You know what I mean?
Ooh, okay.
Like they get that belt that's got the thing that goes down, that's got the little leather pouch that the bottom of the flag goes in. Like this could be a thing like that, like, you know, up further, like around the waist to sort of help keep the flag up for people with weak arms. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't. The questionable part is why this?
Yeah. And I did think, if anything, that it was those sort of moving straps where you could put the straps under the thing and then they go through your forearms and
That
you
was
can
my
lift the
first
fridge.
instinct was the moving straps.
Yeah. But I have no idea what they are.
Okay. What would you do for an alternate? Okay, we've got these.
I don't know.
Well, you got the Velcro. You could almost,
It's not stretchy. It's the tight weave Velcro or tight weave.
Yeah, you really can't do much with it other than I like the waist thing. Poor man's belt.
I guess. You know? Like you can strap on utility pouches? Like, I don't know. But I mean, you could do that with just a regular belt. I mean,
Sure, but
I've got a
but it's
regular
Vel-
nylon woe belt like that I got at like, you know, Home Depot or whatever. You know what I mean? So
Where
it's
did
like
you
like a
where
work
did
belt.
you acquire this?
So those came from out in Phoenix. My girlfriend is in like theater world. Friend of hers worked at a theater company. One morning, super early, she goes, "Hey, let's go for a drive. My friend's theater company is having a like a garage sale, cleanup sale sort of thing. They're just giving away some shit." So we rolled over there, crack of like, I don't know, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., early as fuck. Most people were sleeping. We got a bunch, actually, the background behind you came from that theater company.
Oh, the curtain.
Yeah, this blue material that's 8 feet wide and like 25 feet long. That black webbing. I got a bunch of little Maglite flashlights. I got a bus pan, a bus tray for putting like dishes and shit in. You know, I got all this fucking crazy stuff from this. That lamp. Remember that lamp when we were shooting these episodes at my house? We would always
Oh, yeah.
that lamp next to the chair.
Sure.
That lamp came from there. Like I got all the good stuff.
And the Velcro belts.
Those Velcro belts were in the bus tub, the gray bus tub that you put dishes in at a restaurant. There was a gray bus tub, and it had those straps, and it had like 5 small Maglite flashlights in Ziploc bags, and it had a Ziploc bag full of like 7, like the power cables, the
Yeah.
IEC power cables. They were short extenders like this long. That was like a female to a male. Like it made no sense, but the bag like 7.
I had a theory. When you said theater and you said curtains, maybe those things that wrap around the middle of a curtain?
Curtain ties.
Curtain ties, and then you hold this. This is like a handle to pull said curtain ties.
Could be. Or that part like goes around a solid part of the curtain and that holds it together, and then the other part gets wrapped around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everyone knows. That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd almost like an alternate part. Like I always thought, like I like those shows where it's like, name this object. It's almost like that, do you know what this is? And everyone's got a theory. It's sort of like it goes around the table or around the square.
Yeah. It's almost like that. What's my line or whatever? Everybody throws out their bullshit, and then everybody goes, "Oh, that bullshit sounds believable."
Right. Yeah. Like who's telling the truth? One of these 4 theories is true. What this is.
Yeah, so I was looking around the house for something for like show and tell.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be ostentatious and show off all my fucking riches and fucking dope treasures. But I was kicking around down the basement, and I saw those, and I thought,
Okay.
I would be curious to see what you made of it. And basically, what you came up with is about what I came up with.
Right.
Yeah, and I do not know. I do not know what they are, but there you
Yeah.
go. Killed 10 minutes.
All right. There it is, kids. Toot it on in. We're out.
Galaxy
Shlicketty
Yeah,
Doo.
that's good. All right, wrap it.
Galaxy Blue. What would we do without Galaxy